Okay, looks like I'm live. Sorry, there's about a 7 second delay there. Hi, welcome to episode 2 of the Haus Media Systems podcast or live stream, I suppose. Thanks for joining. I'm trying to get 100 of these done in the next 100 days. So, very pleased to have made it to day 2 at least. It's progress, stacking wins, stacking singles, and I think for today, what I would like to talk about is the question, why Haus? Why Haus Media? I was watching down yesterday's video, and what struck me was that there are lots of people, lots of companies who do what I do, who sell what I sell. They definitely have a lot more experience than I do. It's not to say they're more or less talented than me. I know many of these people. They're very, very good folks. So, I think it begs the question, what do I bring to the table that's different? And, I think the first thing that comes to mind for me is partnership, true partnership. I think it's kind of common to have a white glove vendor or reseller get you set up with some infrastructure, maybe some custom development, some installations, and just kind of get you off to the races. And speaking from my experience on the client side of those relationships, it can often be very frustrating. You can feel a little bit abandoned, quite frankly, and it's not a great feeling. It's a cool job working in post production, especially working in a leadership position, but it can be very demanding. Your bosses might, read something about some new piece of technology they want to try out and put it in your hands, or they may request some custom development, something to do with AI, and you don't have that experience. So what do? You reach out to your vendor of choice and they say, hey, great, let me get you a quote for that, let me get you an invoice, and you sign the invoice, and they'll do kind of the step 1 or maybe even the phase 1 of whatever the project is. But then, going forward from there, they kind of disappear. They won't always hold to scheduled calls. They won't complete the things they say they're going to complete. If they run into some work that requires some IT input, they won't always have ready access to that, and some of their work practices are very out of date, especially around things like custom automation. They may have learned some practices several years back, but it's not reflective of what's currently available or what's currently safe. And I'm not saying that I can do these things, but what I am saying is that I will be your true partner. I will stand with you, and I will work through these issues with you. You will never have to wonder, where I am for weeks at a time. You will never have to wonder if I know what I'm doing. I'll tell you if I don't know what I'm doing. I'm happy to own that I enjoy being what Ray Dalio calls a dumb shit. That's me all over. That's just not to say I don't have phenomenal experience in this space. I do. But part of what's fun for me is learning. And so I'm here to support you. I'm here to pick up the slack that you don't have. I'm here to be your true technology partner. Sometimes working with these vendors can feel like, do you ever You ever try to fill out some kind of online form for like a membership or a product that you want to try, a piece of software, and they say, hey, we can't get you properly started here. You're going to have to call our customer service. And so you call customer service and you can't get a hold of anyone. You eventually are placed on a long hold with someone getting in your ear every minute or so, restarting the music and telling you that, you know, you should go check out their website, the website that just punted you to the customer service phone number. You know, that's kind of what it feels like sometimes working with a white glove or even a smaller reseller slash integrator slash, you know, tech support provider. And that's one of the reasons I started this business in the first place, is because I'm betting that there's a lack of true partnership in the marketplace. And if you are a post-production manager or a producer, an executive producer, or even a production company owner, you probably have some experience with what I'm talking about. And if you don't, that's great for you. And I wish you all the best. And I'd love to hear who you're working with, that you're having such a great time with, because when I was on the client side, as I say, it was extremely difficult to find consistent help and just to find people who would be honest with me and my team about what their limitations are. So, you know, that's kind of my pitch on why it should be Haus. You know, I was actually meeting with a manufacturer today who has a very interesting AI tagging product. And one of the things we were discussing is that, you know, one of the advantages of being new in the market is that you get to build your offering around the existing technology. You don't have an existing technology that has informed your sales strategy for, you know, 10, 15, 20 years, that you all of a sudden have to kind of shoehorn AI or shoehorn automation or shoehorn a suite of new products that aren't priced in the way you're used to. And, you know, it's a lot easier, frankly, for someone in my position to account for things like that. So, respectfully, I would say that I will make a better partner. You know, it's not to say these aren't great people. I know many of them and have long-standing relationships with many of them. May even have some of them on this series to discuss their products. But when it comes to true partnership, understanding that you're an individual with individual needs, or an individual company with very specific requirements, very specific workflows, I don't think you're going to find anyone with the open-mindedness and honesty and willingness to get down in the dirt with you and figure these things out. So, you know, I would ask you to bear that in mind when you're looking for a technology partner. And I hope to hear from some of you. I'd love to get some comments going too. I'm up to 4 subscribers for day 1, so maybe we can pump that up a little for day 2. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you want to get a conversation going with me, I can be reached on email at info@haus.video. That's info@haus.video. And I can be called direct at 347-770-3453. I'm in the United States, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow.